Hello and welcome back to the GoPrandall channel. I'm doing Advent, which means a new video every other day, and I might be a little bit quieter today. As you can tell, I've got a completely different background and a whole new setup because I've moved home for Christmas. So the next few videos might be just me sitting here, a little bit more long form, like day two. But today I want to talk about my soundtrack to 2020, which is basically the most music that I've listened to this year, not necessarily released this year. But I'll jump straight in. So, like I said, I'm not going to talk much about all of these artists, but these are the ones that I have listened to most this year. Like I said, I hope the audio is okay. I do have to be a bit quieter. But the first one is someone I genuinely haven't looked anywhere else apart from Spotify on, and that is Samza. I think it's a he. It sounds like a male voice, and he's put out I think like 8 singles in 2018 and nothing since and nothing before. I don't know if he's a YouTuber. Whenever I listen to like Scotty Sire and that side of music, that's when he comes up. But I love all of his music. It's maybe rap, spoken word, bit comical. My favourite songs by him are Butterflies and Haunt Me. I think they're absolutely fantastic. I love all of his songs and I like listen to them most nights, especially during lockdown. But yeah, I've never really looked on Instagram for him or anything or looked for him anywhere else. It's just the music I sort of like, and I'm like that with a lot of music. There's lots of albums and songs I only know on Spotify. I know nothing about the artist and nothing anywhere else because I just find them when I wake up in the morning and there's a random song playing. But, I quite like it. The next is, so during lockdown, obviously, you needed to stay positive, and I listen to a lot. If you ask any of my friends, anyone who lives with me, I listen to a lot of depressing music. Not necessarily because I am depressed. It's sometimes obviously like when you fall asleep, you don't want like big bassy songs. You don't want like proper upbeat and quite loud music. You want just quite mellow, and that tends to be more sad vibes. So a few people I listen to like that. NF, he's my top artist every year, and that Spotify, I think I got like top 0.05% of NF listeners, and I do love him. He's absolutely fantastic. He's a rapper. If anyone didn't know, I think he's from Ohio. He's not that it should matter, but he's Christian, so he does rap about that sort of thing, but not so much as I'm like, I listen to him for his Christian rap. It's more that it's normally quite family friendly. There's not really any swearing or abusive language. And lots of it is about him being depressed and his struggles with mental health and about his mum killing herself and what he's had to do in his life. But yeah, I absolutely love all of his music, so he is my like, I wouldn't say he's my favourite ever, but I listen to him more than I listen to anyone else. But so there's on that side of it where it's maybe a bit sadder. I also like to try and balance it out and listen to happier songs. And as much as I love a bit white girly, I love music. And songs like that, like your James Blunt, your Scout for Girls, Take That, all that sort of thing. But sometimes love music is also, as love is often inclined, quite depressing. So I like to listen to more love music or music that's a bit happier. And 2 artists this year that I've not found this year but listened to a lot this year is Vance Joy and Tom Rosenthal, not the one from Friday Night Dinner. Vance Joy, his album Notion of Two is like my absolute favourite. It might be my album of the year last year. And Tom Rosenthal releases a lot of singles like If We All Die Tomorrow and Love Loosens Limbs. Both of those people, I think, although they can show quite sad songs, I think they do beautifully written love and other songs, but in a much more upbeat tone. And it's about the happier side of life and looking on the better side of life, being more positive. And I do like that, especially when I'm going to sleep or if I'm waking up in the morning and put my headphones in, as I often do. I like to start and end my day with music, which I imagine most people do. But yeah, like they're 2 that I always gravitate towards. A few people that I'll just throw in because it doesn't really fit with the latter area of the music I've sort of listened to this year is Easy Life, Bleachers, and AJR. I'll go through them individually. Easy Life, I actually found off my friend Harry. I put a post on Instagram that was basically saying it's lockdown and I need new music, and he recommended those, and ever since I've absolutely loved them. The whole album Junk Food is absolutely sick. LS6 off that album I love, and then the Yellow and Pink singles with like 2 songs on each that they've released, I absolutely love those as well. Let me think. Nightmares, Peanut Butter, those, absolutely love those songs. AGR is another one, but I've listened to them for years now. Me and my friend Alice both listen to them. I think I found them off David Dobrik, and their new album from last year, Neo Theatre, but also a few singles from this year like Bang. I absolutely love them. Like I said, they are very pop. Like Bleachers, also very pop. More about the happier side of life, or even if it's not, it's about struggles. It's more upbeat and very beaty. I love to like walk to it or run to it. It has a bit more of a beat to be able to exercise towards. Then Bleachers, again, I think I've talked about them before on my podcast and on videos. I found them through Barney, and they have a few albums which are absolutely fantastic. One of the boys is from Fun, if you remember that band from like 2012. But basically, he is a live album. I think it's like a Spotify live thing, and they are so amazing. Like every one of his albums, it's the same songs, but they all sound completely different. So like he has a song Roller Coaster, and if I heard it live in person, it would be different to the live album, which is different to the recorded version as well. And it's just so versatile. He is absolutely amazing. But yeah, Bleachers, Easy Life, AJR, love all of them as well. And when I was talking about a latter area of music I've started listening to more this year, I've definitely started listening to more rap, maybe R&B. I don't really know the classifications of it, but these are people like NF would probably fall into that, but also Childish Gambino. And I always accidentally say Childish Bambino because of Bambino Becky's channel. But Childish Gambino, for me, he might be my artist of the year. I don't know how, like, I haven't really heard him before. I've always seen him on Community, and then this one time I was like, you know what, I am going to give him a listen, and I love everything he's done so far. Camp is probably my favourite album. I think it's his first album. Honestly, see, I'm not a music buff. I'm barely even a film buff, so I don't know much about these people. I just know what I like, and what I like I listen to endlessly. But Bonfire by him is one of my favourite songs ever. I think I found him as well. My friend Ashling, like in Foundation Year, made me a playlist, and there was a few of his songs on there, and I was like, oh, these are okay. And I started to listen to them a fair bit, but often, like I said about like one of the first people, I don't ever investigate people or dig a bit deeper. I'll just find them and just listen to that one or two songs. But yeah, he's definitely my artist of the year. Example as well, he brought out a new album this year, which is Some Nights Last for Days. On my Spotify Wrapped thing, that was my, like, you listen to this before it hit 50,000 streams. I absolutely love that album. I've listened to that honestly most days this lockdown. This is his first individual album, like it wasn't with a label, and it started off with Paper Clips, which is just a freestyle that he did at the beginning of the pandemic. I remember seeing it on Instagram, and yeah, I absolutely love the whole of the album, again with happy love songs. There's a few fantastic ones in there, but also rappy. Yeah, absolutely adore Example. I've loved him for years when he was doing more like house music, and when he was doing I can't even remember the term, the music with no words. Lots of my uni course friends are into that sort of stuff. Drum and bass, is that what it is? See, I'm a fucking nerd. But yeah, like that sort of it, that side of it I didn't really like, but I love his new album. It's absolutely sick. Just looking through the list of it, the only things I've missed off is Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack. Again, absolutely fantastic, probably my favourite soundtrack of any film, and whenever I'm going on walks I always listen to it. There's a few fantastic songs on there by like Post Malone, Juice WRLD, so many that I've gone and listened to them a bit more this year. But yeah, absolutely love that soundtrack. If you love that side of music, definitely give that a listen. And finally, KSI. I know it's like a big meme, and it's the Sidemen. I always talk about the Sidemen, but he genuinely has released some really good music this year, like Lighter. He released his album Dissimulation, and yeah, I actually have been listening to it, not just as like, oh, I want to support him as a fan. Like, I actually did think it was pretty sick. But yeah, that is mainly the music I've listened to this year. They're probably my top artists. But thank you so much for watching today. I hope you found some new people you want to go and listen to. If not, no, you know, I'd say at least choose one and give them a listen. I'm sure you listen to a few of them anyway, but I hope that was fun. If you have got any music suggestions, you can see I'm a complete noob, so please give me a message for some new people to talk about, especially if more female artists or just more indie stuff or even more popular stuff I don't listen to. So if you have any music that you think I should be listening to, please give me a comment, a message. If not, just like the video, and I'll see you in a few days' time. Thank you so much for watching.